You know, I was gonna start this whole thing with music to get people in the mood, right? That's how I usually do these live streams anyway. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you guys. I can't. I fucking can't. I think this was the straw that broke the camel's back for a lot of people. You know what? Here's the thing. I'm not even a diehard AEW fan. I can appreciate it. I can fucking appreciate it. But when you have fans, after what they saw, chant AEW, good on them. Good for them, ladies and gentlemen. In case you guys don't fucking know, this is your live installment of Around the Point here on the YouTube channel. I'm back again. I am back again. If you guys did not yet check out the morning show that I did, where I gave my thoughts on Kofi Kingston losing the WWE title in like 9 seconds or so, may I recommend you all to check that out later whenever you can. It's in the video archives of this channel, by the way, where I gave my thoughts on the bigger picture of Kofi Kingston losing the championship. Hell in a Cell was in the books, by the way. And I am already at a fucking Kickstarter or Game Fuel, where the fuck this is. I'm already out of it. Boy, howdy, everyone's upset. Everyone's fucking upset, man. Oh, man. You know, I said this on Twitter an hour ago or so. The show is going good, believe it or not. Goddamn, the show's doing good for a show that had 4 matches, and they added matches throughout the show, basically, like impromptu matches with no build whatsoever. The show is going good. Goddamn, and I said on Twitter, and goddamn, maybe I jinxed it. I don't fucking know. But expect the show somewhere to hit a nosedive. Because eventually these shows hit a fucking nosedive, and they do. And boy, did it fucking hit a nosedive. God damn it, yo. This show hit a fucking nosedive. What is up, Jameer? How are you, brother? Jameer, what's up? Legendary Howard. Yeah, AEW, man. Here's the thing, I'm not even a diehard AEW fan. But I can appreciate it. And not for nothing, what this has done is got me to look forward to Wednesday, even though I'm missing the first hour of Dynamite because of work. But what I'm gonna do here is give my thoughts on the show, and again, I can start off with the Hell in a Cell. Because fucking why not anyway? Goddamn, yo. I understand. Listen, I get it. You had to find a way to protect Rollins, not have him lose the title. Protect The Fiend, and not have him lose. But fucking hell. You had one job, WWE Creative. One fucking job. And goddamn it, you motherfuckers shat the bed. Hot, moist baby shit in the fucking middle of the ring. I've seen Hell in a Cell matches, believe it or not, that were crazy. Shawn bleeding the fucking death against Undertaker in the first Hell in a Cell, and he's dangling on to the structure, and Taker stomps on his arm and he falls to the table. Mick Foley being thrown off the top of the cell. Shane McMahon jumping. I was there, WrestleMania 32. When Shane McMahon dove off the fucking top of the cell onto tables and missed the Undertaker. Hell in a Cell even ended the career of Tim White, the referee. Remember that? Hell in a Cell. It was Judgment Day 03. It was Jericho and Triple H and all that shit. Again. But this, god damn it, yo, was the cherry on top, man. This was the final thing, like, for real. This is sad. It's sad. Again, they could have come up with something even better than this. And you know what? At the same time, you can sit here and say, oh, but Steve, you know, WWE, this wasn't in their radar. This wasn't even in their thoughts. Again, and I get it. They had a busy week. They had fucking SmackDown on Fox. debut, 3.9 million viewers. They had the season premiere of Monday Night Raw, NXT Live, right? With AEW head to head. And fucking hell, they had one job with this match to make it different, make it unique. Yeah, there was red lighting, and goddamn Hell in a Cell, the return of the fucking red structure. And we added red lights, which is fine. I get it. It fits the character of the Fiend, right? It's supposed to make Seth feel afraid and shit. But never in a million years would I ever thought that they would end a Hell in a Cell match in a disqualification. A match that, by the way, is no disqualifications. No DQ. Not only that, but there was 2 matches on the show that ended in a DQ for no fucking reason whatsoever. So, dear WWE Creative, on behalf of everyone, I say this. Fuck you. Fuck everyone who booked that shit. Whoever booked that, whoever wrote that shit, whoever produced that, needs to be arrested. Needs to be fucking arrested. Now. Needs to be fucking arrested now. I felt offended. And I know I'm not the only one that feels that way. I ain't gonna lie to you. I wish I could take live calls, but I can't. I wish I can take live calls right now. I really, really do, but I can't. Because this new Skype update sucks. Not fucking paying to have a new number. Fuck all that shit. So I tell you guys what, give me your thoughts in the comments below on the ending of Hell in a Cell and all that shit. Give me your thoughts. Because they could have come up with a better way. God damn it. Read in the comments. True Fighter 901. Call it now. Seth was keeping the belt. It's WWE. I guess so, man. I guess so. You guys are kicking ass in the commenters, by the way. Then who else? Not Eric. It's not Eric. It ain't Paul. It has to be the writing team. Whoever that fucking writing team needs to be arrested. All of them arrested. Completely. And what made it even funny, they close the show. They wrap up the show. It's dark, whatever, right? And you still hear the crowd chanting boo. You still hear the crowd chanting bullshit. You still hear the people chanting AEW. And who wins in this shit? All Elite Wrestling. Cody. Tony Khan. Tony fucking Khan. More than anything else, I feel like when people talk about AEW, people talk about Cody and the Young Bucks, but real shit, yo, the real star of AEW, believe it or not, and it's a shame that all of you AEW diehards who dick ride the shit out of it don't give the man the credit that he deserves as Tony fucking Khan. Hands fucking down. But that's around the point. That is fucking around the point. Thank you all for tuning in. You can follow me on Twitter at HeelSteven. Use the hashtag that you see on the bottom right, ATPoint, and all that fun stuff. If you want awesome graphic overlay that you see right here, hit up my brother from another mother, Salrex, for awesome graphics, overlays, and logos and stuff like that for your podcast, for your YouTube channel. Not only does he do stuff for me, but for other people as well, like JD from NY206, House of Glory, the Solid Monster, who celebrated his birthday today. Happy birthday, Solid Monster. Hopefully you party like it's the Rumble of 92. Big Mike from Big Mike Wrestling Recap Show, and so many other people as well. If you want to show the podcast some love, I have the Streamlabs enabled down below in the description box. Streamlabs.com/HeelSteven. Leave a donation of your choice. It's completely optional. Not forcing on nobody. But again, you can show some love. It would be so appreciated if you will. Exactly. Look at my last comment. See what Chris Jericho said on Twitter. Laughed at this in AEW. Said this boring as a face, boring guy. Wouldn't even help the ratings. Again, everyone's going crazy. The internet's going insane. Social media's going, the internet's going insane. Twitter's going insane. Everything you can just think of right now is a shame right now. And you know what's crazy? I can only imagine being there live in that building at the Golden One Arena Center, where the fuck it is, in Sacramento, California. They're probably throwing shit in the ring. If there was ever a time to throw shit in the ring, boy, was that it. Boy, was that it. And it's crazy to think the show was starting off great. I was actually enjoying the show. God damn. But anyway, let's get into the card. Let's get into the card. If you guys have questions and all that fun stuff, I encourage you guys to send in your questions. I will answer them to the best of my ability throughout the podcast. So I missed the kickoff show. Apparently they added a kickoff show, a kickoff match on the pre-show between Natalya and Lacey Evans. Apparently Natalya won by submission. The match went about 9 minutes, 25 seconds. Apparently after the match, Natalya hit the women's right after the match was over. And apparently they're going to go at it again tomorrow on Monday Night Raw. I don't give a shit. To me, Lacey Evans has become a complete fucking afterthought at this point in juncture. She does hit, by the way, she does hit a good moonsault. But even if that, to me, in my eyes, she's become a complete fucking afterthought, in my humble opinion. Okay? We kick off the main card with the Hell in a Cell match for the Raw Women's title, which, now thinking about it, this should have closed your show. This should have been the main event. This was, in my opinion, the best match on the show. Hands fucking down. Believe it or not. Sasha Banks versus Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch for the Raw Women's Championship. This match, these two women killed it. They tore the fucking roof off that bitch. They made the cell their bitch. The boss versus the man. They went out there and beat the holy fuck out of each other with weapons, steel chairs, kendo sticks, tables, ladders, you name it. Just back and forth crazy action with these two women here. There's a moment in the match. Where Sasha, I think she does like a meteor or something like that, and Becky lands on her neck outside the ring onto the ladder. They start, by the way, they start off outside the ring while the cell is coming down and shit. Granted, I wish there would have been a spot in the match where they're on top of the cell, but that didn't happen. Okay? But even if you think about it too, this match was so good, right? And for the way it was going with all these weapons that were used, a part of me wish, honestly, this really wasn't a Hell in a Cell match. This could have easily been a no-holds-bar match, and it would have been fine as well. But I get it, it's Hell in a Cell. They're establishing this is a heated rivalry, if you will. And I'll be real about it. I thought Sasha was going to win. I thought Sasha Banks was going to win this match. But no, didn't happen. Instead, we had Becky Lynch locking in the Sarmer, and Sasha Banks tapped out. And that was it. That was it. That was the end of it. It looked like Sasha was going to like grab something, but it didn't even happen. But again, this match was great. This could have literally been your main event of the show. Knowing what we've known now, basically, right? And again, they were going great. This was going good. Again, the first match was great, right? Awesome. Good way to kick off the show, right? And then we had the Tornado Tag Team match between Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns versus Eric Rowan and Luke Harper. A match, honestly, I did not give a shit about. And boy, did they tear it up as well. The fact that it was a Tornado Tag Team match, it really helped out a lot. I was expecting a tag team match. But the fact that they did a tornado style, great, awesome. They went out there, again, another kick-ass match where all four guys went out there, did their shit. Luke Harper and Eric Rowan looked at moments like a dominant team, if you will. You actually got me invested, holy shit, in fucking Garbage Man, believe it or not. Sorry, Chase. And I ain't gonna lie to you guys. I think everyone was expecting at some moment in the match for Daniel Bryan to turn on Roman Reigns. There's a moment in the match where they're by the announcer's table and it looked like they're gonna powerbomb Bryan onto like the announcer's table and shit. And Bryan counters like a Hurricane Rana on Luke Harper. And then you see Roman running through the announcer's tables to spear Eric Rowan. And it looked like he hit his knee. He fucked up his knee, but it didn't happen. And at the end of the whole thing, you had a combination, right, of the spear and the running knee and another spear where Roman Reigns pins, I want to say Luke Harper. Yeah, it was Luke Harper. And that was that. And at the end, you see Bryan and Roman. Roman goes to go shake his hand, and then Bryan wants to hug, and they hugged it out. And again, everyone was waiting for that heel turn. Bryan turned heel, but it didn't happen. Here's the thing. Bryan can be a good heel. We've all known that already, right? But at the same time, though, the money with him is him as a babyface. So it looks like now he's a babyface, and there you go with that. But again, I enjoyed it. And at this point, I'm like, okay, the show's going good. Awesome. Kick ass. Awesome. And then, by the way, which I'll get into in a little bit as well. I'll get into that in a little bit. I didn't mention this. I forgot to mention this, but during the Sasha and Bayley match, they kept referring to, during the Sasha and Becky match, they kept referring to Sasha as the blueprint. I don't know why. The only blueprint I know, the only blueprint I fucking know is Matt Morgan. Okay? Just saying. We then get a match that was set up on the kickoff show between Randy Orton and Ali, Mustafa Ali. Here's the thing with this match. I thought the match was okay. Thought it was okay. The problem, the crowd was just dead. The crowd didn't give a shit about this. I feel like everyone that was watching that match live in the building just had their arms folded like this, like, okay, whatever. Well, I think let's talk the obvious, okay? Let's talk the obvious, okay? It was an impromptu match with a story behind it. Hey, they acknowledged that Ali, right, was gonna get this push, and Orton stomped it away a long time ago. Hence why Kofi got slid into the spot that Ali was supposed to get this whole fucking time. But even that, the match, again, it was an okay match watching it from home. But everyone, I felt like, just sat. We have a new subscriber. Thank you. New subscriber, Bren22. Thank you for subscribing, Mother Flower. Again, guys, if you want to hit that sub button down below, hit that sub button. It'll be so fucking appreciated. We're trying to get to 2,000 subscribers. I want to get there before the end of the year. If we do that, I will do a giveaway. I will do some type of giveaway for you guys out there. Okay? Just letting you know that right now. So let's get there. Spread the word. Tell your friends and all that fun stuff. And hit that sub button down below. So, the match, like I said, it felt like an okay match, but everyone just had their hands folded. Let's talk about the obvious spot. Get this out of the way. The obvious fucking spot. Where Kofi King, my bad. Orton goes for the RKO. He goes for the RKO. And Ali counters it in the most unique way I've ever seen. He does a handstand as he's countering it. Just to get hit with it again. Just to get hit with it eventually. Like, you've seen Ali after this, like, right, he tries to, like, pin him, cover him for a near fall, gets out of the ring, does, like, the little tumble wheel that he does, right? And gets countered into the RKO for the 1, 2, 3. But what's good about this, in a way, it looked like Randy Orton endorsed him, basically. He looked down on him like, okay, I see what you did. I see you, boy, if you will, right? But at the same time, Ali took a beating here. There's like a giant welt on his rib cage area. But again, the match for what it was an okay match. Could have been done on TV. At the same time, though, believe it or not, it makes me want to watch the match. It makes me want to see them have another match down the road. Believe it or not. And it's crazy because when this was happening, I said on Twitter, this is the part of the show where it could possibly take a nosedive. And I kind of feel bad. I kind of feel like I jinxed it in a way, but whatever. We then get, oh, by the way, after this, right, we see backstage, apparently Tamina Snuka, who we've not seen in a minute, Tamina, win the 24/7 championship. Yeah, there was that. That was actually a thing. And then we get the tag team match for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. We have the Kabuki Warriors of Asuka and Kairi Sane, who we have not seen in a hot minute, versus Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. Here's the thing. I thought this match was okay. for whatever it was. But again, it felt like the crowd was just sitting there again. The crowd was dead for this. At the same time, it's like, okay, who are the heels here, in a way, if you will? At the same time, it's like, yo, it's a visual of, oh, look how the mighty is fallen, if you will. Here's SUCKA, who had these amazing matches, these classics in NXT, right? Undefeated and all that stuff, right? Keep this in mind. All her accolades happen in developmental. She come to the main roster, right? Yeah, she had that WrestleMania match with Charlotte. The streak ended, right? But it's forgotten that she's the one that made Becky tap out. She hasn't even gotten a rematch, right? Remember Royal Rumble? She made Becky tap out. After that, it's nothing. Like, it's whatever. And after this, like, she became an afterthought, right? Being placed in this tag team that's meaningless for whatever reason whatsoever. And here's Kairi Sane, and had a good match at NXT, coming to the main roster, like, you do nothing really with her. And you put him in an impromptu tag team with Asuka. You call them the Kabuki Warriors. With no Paige, by the way. There's no Paige tonight. And honestly, I don't even think you need Paige in this team. I don't think you do. The match, it looked like Alexa and Nikki were going to win. It looked like it. But when the referee was distracted, Asuka hits the green mist. She had some green mist. Something we have not seen, I guess, since her Kana days. Like her day when she was Kana. Back in Stardom. Hit the mist on Nikki Cross. Kick to the head. 1, 2, 3. And the Kabuki Warriors are now your new WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. And there's that. I'm assuming now that that Alexa Bliss will turn on Nikki Cross. I'm assuming that's gonna happen. I'm assuming so. I thought commentary tonight. One more thing. Commentary from the Raw team was okay. Not Tom Phillips. I'm having a fucking brain fart right now. I don't know why. Okay. Vic Joseph. There you go. Vic Joseph was good. He was okay for what it was worth. Jerry Lawler is Jerry Lawler, obviously. Dio Madden, I felt like opened up a little bit more, but he needs to get there. I don't think he's there yet, but he's opening up a little bit. So there's that. It felt so refreshing to not hear Renee Young. I'm just saying. I don't mean to be fucked up by saying this shit, but it felt so refreshing not hearing Renee Young on commentary or hearing the "oh my god," oh my," or shit like that. You know what I mean? So there's that. We then get a 6-man tag. Needs to go. But yeah, Jerry Lawler needs to go. I think he will eventually. Little Fettuccine 6ix9ine. I think he will go eventually. We have the Viking Raiders of Ivar and Eric in a 6-man tag with the OC of Styles, Gallows, Anderson. The Viking Raiders chose Braun Strowman, of course, because again, you want to promote the fact that tomorrow on Raw, lineal heavyweight champion the Gypsy Man Tyson Fury will be on Raw with an open mic. So you want to showcase Braun Strowman. I'm guaranteed tomorrow there'll be some type of confrontation in the ring between Tyson Fury and Braun Strowman. There you go. Make the best out of your Fox deal. Why the fuck not? The match was okay. I didn't really give that much of a shit about it. The match ends, and it ends with a no contest, like a disqualification apparently. Because the OC started stomping on Braun Strowman. And you call for the bell. Which made no sense at all. But again, just a throwaway, just to put something on the show. To fill in time, basically. That's what it was. And at the end of it all, it looked like Styles about to hit the phenomenal forearm on Braun Strowman. But Braun countered and knocked out AJ Styles. And you see Styles selling like he got dropped, like he forgot what day it is, where he's at, and he's very loopy and shit. So now we're supposed to believe that Braun Strowman has been blessed with the power of the punch. I'm supposed to believe that now. Again, knowing that tomorrow he's confronting Tyson Fury in the ring. Yeah, awesome. Very fucking awesome. By the way, after this we had Chad Gable versus King Corbin, because why the fuck not? By the way, Baron Corbin has now given the name Shorty Gable to Chad Gable. And remember, a couple of months ago, there was talks that WWE has trademarked the name Shorty G on Chad Gable, and now here it is. Granted, they're not calling him Shorty G, but it's Shorty Gable. The match happens. It was an okay match, but they fought for no reason. Where did he, again, what was the point of this match, basically, right? It looked like Corbin was going to win. One thing about Corbin, the guy, his deep six is amazing. The deep six that he does, right? That spinning move, right? To like a backdrop. When he hits it on little people, awesome. Fucking awesome. But eventually, to everyone's surprise, basically, Chad Gable beats Baron Corbin. He got some near fall, but eventually he got the win. And then the fucking announcer, I think his name is Tim Hamilton. I could be wrong on this one. Just find the name here. SmackDown ring announcer. I don't want to butcher the fucker's name. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to butcher the fucker's name. Greg Hamilton. There you go. Greg Hamilton. At the end of the match, announces Chad Gable as Shorty Gable. So that's basically the new joke now. He's now Shorty Gable, right? Bro, it's not 6'9", it's 69. Okay, 69. I'm just used to calling it 6'9" with all the news shit that's happening with Takashi, but that's just around the point, okay? And throughout the show, they're calling him Shorty Gable. They had a backstage interview where they call him Shorty Gable. And now he's embracing the name. He's embracing it. As you would expect. He's embracing the fucking name. I just want to play the playback. See, I get paranoid. As a podcaster, I get paranoid sometimes with the audio and stuff like that on YouTube, okay? And eventually he got his ass kicked in the back by Baron Corbin. So there you go. I'm sorry, King Corbin. Whatever. We then get the co-main event. Charlotte Flair versus Bayley for the SmackDown Women's Championship. As Charlotte and Bayley were in the ring, they're getting introduced. Tamina is literally in the crowd trying to hide from everyone. And eventually she gets caught by Carmella in R-Truth. Just a moment where Tamina grabs Funaki, who the Japanese announced, because every single pay-per-view they keep mentioning. I have a new subscriber, y'all. New subscriber. Anthony Rios, thank you for subscribing, you awesome mother flower. You are fucking awesome. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. So we had Tamina trying to like use Funaki as a human shield. A fucking human shield, right? Can you imagine if Funaki would have won the 24/7 title tonight? I feel like they missed the opportunity on that. I really, really do, right? But eventually, Carmella hit the super kick. R-Truth pins Tamina, and now R-Truth is once again the 24/7 champion. There's that. We get Bayley and Charlotte. The match was okay. Nothing to go crazy about here. We've seen these two women have numerous matches in the past. It's not like this is anything fucking new, okay? And there's a moment in the match early on where Bayley's working on the leg of Charlotte. She's working on the leg. She's working on it, right? And eventually, Charlotte gets momentum and works on Bayley's leg. So they both work on each other's leg, right? And what do you know? What do you know? When it was all said and done, right? Charlotte Flair locks in the figure eight. It makes Bayley tap out. So now Charlotte Flair is a 10-time WWE's women's champion. 10 times, right? They mentioned how big that is, how historical that is, how monumental that is. Rightfully so, right? But at the same time, you know, there it is. She is the she's the Roman Reigns of that women's division. She's, I guess, now GOAT status, right, in WWE. That's the way they're trying to make it seem like, right? And there's that. You know what's funny, though? I did say during my Clash of Champions review that an idea that I had was, maybe they can still do it. I don't fucking know. Maybe on Fox. Maybe they probably will do it on Fox, where in some way we get all 4 members of the horsewomen of WWE together in the ring in some way, shape, or form, right? Maybe during the draft. Who the fuck knows? And you have them get attacked by 4 women that are unmasked. And they unmask themselves to let it be Ronda Rousey, Marina Shafir, Jasmine Duke, and Shayna Baszler. And you go to Survivor Series with the 4-on-4. But I doubt they'll do that. I really, really do. If you have questions, guys, drop your questions. I will answer them in a little bit if you guys have questions for the show. But at the end of the match, you see Bayley just being in shock. She's in tears. She lost her title, and there's that. And then we go on, and again, this is the part of the show where the show is taking a nosedive, right? And then the main event happened, the Hell in a Cell. You motherfuckers. You motherfuckers. You motherflowers. God damn it. I say John Cena more than Roman. Man, that's fine. That's fine, man. That's fine. True Fighter 901, that's fine. But then we get the main event. The Fiend versus Rollins. The fact that I have to talk about this again really, really hurts me. Oh my God, yo. And again, I understand. I get it. You need to find a way to protect the Fiend and not have him lose, and find a way to have Rollins keep his title. Right? I get that. They could have easily done a simple table spot where they're both on top of the cell and they both fall. They could have done that. Hell, I think that would have been a better idea. Or you could have done like you did in Hell in a Cell 2014. Yeah, 2014, 2015. I think it was 2014, right? Where fucking, what was it? Where it was Dean Ambrose and Rollins, and then out comes Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt got into the cell, and he cost Dean Ambrose the match. Or he interrupted the match, and the match ended, basically. You could have done that, or have The Undertaker show up. I don't fucking know, but you could have done something better than what the fuck you did. Okay? The match where, again, Rollins did all his finishes, all the super kicks, all the curb stomp, the pedigree, the Fiend kept kicking out. They used weapons, they used chairs and stuff like that. The lights were all red. Keep this in mind. It's sad enough that you had a red structure, then you had to have red lights. Fine, it is what it is. There's a moment in the match where the Fiend grabs his giant mallet. The same mallet that he used to kill Rambling Rabbit. And fucking, I think it was Dio Madden who said that, watch out, Rambling Rollins. I mean, tears. But the point of the matter is, though, all that. And then Rollins, he proceeds to throw all these chairs in, this toolbox, grab a sled. He's a moment in the match where the Fiend is laying there, right? He has a chair covering his face. And Rollins used the top point of the ladder and just shoved the ladder into the chair and hit the Fiend in the face. That to me felt more barbaric than what he did to end the match. In my honest opinion. In my fucking honest opinion. And then he had the toolbox covering him, the ladder, the chairs, all this shit just covering the Fiend, right? And then he goes, he even had a pedigree in the match too, right? He goes in under the ring, grabs the sledgehammer. Ooh, a sledgehammer. Kingslayer, if you will, right? He's about to hit the Fiend. The referee, for whatever reason, had to talk some sense into Rollins. That this is not you. Think about what you're doing. This and whatnot. For some reason, the referee had, for whatever reason, in a Hell in a Cell match, had to feel some sort of sympathy. Try to talk some sense. No, you don't do that. supposed to be fucking impartial. Supposed to be fucking impartial. God damn it. And then Rollins proceeds to hit the hammer, the sledgehammer, onto the Fiend. And the referee, for whatever reason, called for the bell. You can't even look at Rollins' face. He was even in shock. Like, what the fuck? Like, who does that? Apparently it's a no concept still. You don't do that. That's not how you stop a Hell in a Cell. And I feel like, again, the loser of this match is not even the Fiend or Rollins, it's the fans. The people that paid hard-earned money to sit there in that venue, in those uncomfortable chairs or whatever the fuck it may be. Those people that, again, they took a Sunday out of their week to sit there. Granted, it's on the West Coast, so these people that were there in the building probably went out to eat somewhere. It's probably still 8 p.m. over there. That's fine. But goddamn, you ended like that. The crowd starts chanting bullshit. And there are moments in the match where they're chanting AEW, even during the show. AEW, AEW. They bring out a stretcher. They bring EMT to check on Bray, right? And then Rollins, I guess for whatever reason, goes on to check on the Fiend, and then the Fiend hits the Mandible Claw. The Mandible Claw on Rollins. And the crowd is chanting, restart the match. Restart the match. Rightfully so. Restart the fucking match. But they didn't do that at all. They didn't do that. They didn't even do that. And it ends with Bray hitting the Mandible Claw, and Rollins starts bleeding from the mouth. Bleeding from the mouth. And they pan the camera to the Fiend. They turn it off, back on. The crowd's booing. They're booing the shit out of this. They're chanting AEW as well. That puts a smile on my face. And here's the thing about, I'm not even a diehard AEW fan. I'm not one of these YouTubers or podcasters that are on the platform that are gonna, praise AEW and praise the work of Tony Khan and Cody just so I can get a spot so I can get a spot in StarCast. No. But goddamn, that put a smile on my face just hearing that from the crowd. Because you don't bullshit the fan. You don't bullshit the people. You can't. And when you do stupid shit, you get called out on it. You deserve to get what you get. That's the result. But there's so many ways you could have ended this match, but not like that. My question now is, where do you go from here? You have to do another match. You have to do another match now. You have to. There needs to be another match. And for the looks of it now, it's like, don't be surprised if Rollins wins. Because they didn't make the Fiend look weak. Hey, the Fiend got back up. Locked in the Mandible Claw. The last thing you saw was the Fiend. So that was Hell in a Cell. In a nutshell. That was fucking Hell in a Cell. Guys, if you have questions, feel free to send in your questions right now. I would love to do a little mini Q&A with you guys. Because it's been a while. Can you think about it? My content uploading has been very, very off and off, if you will. Hence why I announced early on the early installment of Around the Point that I did this morning, where I talked about Kofi Kingston dropping the title, everyone's reaction, everyone getting upset. I said on that the T-Mail podcast is moving to Sundays at 9 p.m. every single Sunday. There's that. Around the Point will become a pay-per-view review. It'll become when I recap AEW and NXT and stuff like that. But what all this is done is A, get people upset. Brought a fire to all the podcasters, all the YouTubers that are reviewing the show and all that fun stuff. More importantly, if you're AEW, this got people to checking you out on social media, on whatever. But more importantly, get you to watch Dynamite, hopefully on Wednesday, and enjoy the opening round of the tag team tournament. Big Mike writes a comment. Big Mike. Shout out to him, by the way, guys. Go check out his stuff. You quote, you can't do this when a company like AEW just started and Bray is ruined now, and if another happens, people won't care. That's the thing too. People are not gonna give a shit anymore now. They're not. You can do a rematch tomorrow, and I'm not gonna give a shit. You do a title change on free television? Fuck that. Fuck that. And like I said earlier in the beginning of the podcast, listen, whoever produced that, whoever wrote that, whoever in their mind thought that was a good idea, please, whatever weed you're smoking, pass it over to me. Pass it over to me. Whoever came up with that deserves to get arrested. What we saw tonight, what you all saw tonight, the end of Hell in a Cell, that was a crime. That was a criminal act. It's a slap in the face to everyone that dedicated their time to watch Hell in a Cell, that have spent their money to be there in that venue, that have wasted 3 hours or so on a Sunday night watching Hell in a Cell. You know what I was doing while watching Hell in a Cell? I was playing Pro Evolutions. I was playing PES 2020. PES 2020. I don't have FIFA 20. I decided this year to take a chance, if you will, and test out eFootball PES 2020. Not bad. Not bad at all. And I get what people say. I get where a lot of PES users say, oh, FIFA feels like an arcade. I see that. Because I did play the FIFA 20 demo. And it felt like an arcade. But yeah, I'm playing PES. I'm doing all that stuff right now. And yeah, if you guys have questions for the show, guys, drop in your question. Xbox is pissed. I can imagine he's pissed. I can imagine he's pissed. I can imagine. Can you imagine those people that are doing the fucking watch along and they're seeing this shit? God damn. I hope they got paid. I seriously hope to fucking God those assholes got fucking paid. Tomorrow's Raw. Boy, oh boy, how tomorrow's gonna be. I have no fucking clue. But I'll tell you this, though. I will do a Raw review this Tuesday morning here on the channel. I don't promise it being live. It'll probably be a recorded episode, likely. So again, if you are not yet subscribed to the channel, what the fuck are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button down below. We're trying to get to 2,000 subscribers. I'm trying to get there, 2K, before the year ends. And when I do, I promise all of you, I will do a giveaway of some sort on the channel. I promise that. All right? But it's going to wrap up for me because it's getting late at the same time. And yeah, this is going to be it for me. If you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Follow me on Twitter at HeelSteven. Hit that follow button on Twitter. I tweeted throughout the show and a lot of fun stuff. Use the hashtag that you see on the bottom right, hashtag ATPoint. So all the stuff that we talked about on the show right there can be about that. Basically, if you want awesome overlay like you see right here, hit up my man on Twitter at Salrex. It's SRXGFX. Tell him that I sent you his way. He does graphic design, not just for me, but for JD from NY206, the Solid Monster, House of Glory, Big Mike, and so many other people as well. So yeah, there's that. Okay. I'm gonna play PES for a little bit. I might get on Skype with some people. I don't fucking know yet, but goddamn, yo. What a way to shit the bed, yo. What a way to fucking shit the bed, WWE. But more importantly, guys, this has been Around the Point. Good night, guys. WWE. An AEW chant. Right when the AEW started. I'm going to say this right now. AEW is winning. They're winning, y'all. I predict this Wednesday, 10 million viewers. God damn it, yo. Peace out, dorks.